Hi everyone, it's Renee with Delaney Jane Cards. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are celebrating Christine over at Pattern Crafts. She is on the Scrapping for Less design team and she just recently hit 500 subscribers. I feel like I'm saying that over and over and over again, and yay all of you fellow creators. Today I wanted to share with you that you don't need to have every stamp that's out there. You don't. I was printing off some color pages for my kids, and my cousin wanted a card for her daughter, or not daughter, granddaughter, that is turning 1 or has turned 1 by the time that this goes live. And she had a favorite Disney show and wanted a card from me, and I went and printed off a coloring page with these specific characters, and then I cut it out using my silhouette, and it will look different by the time I'm all said and done, but I wanted to get that nice even border, and then I will just trim the rest out with my scissors later. But I just colored it with my Copics, and you saw me pull my phone up so I could see exactly what colors that I was using. So let's talk a little bit about this celebration for Christine while I'm coloring. She hit 500 subscribers, and I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but I remember not too long ago hitting 500 subscribers, and all I could think was there is no way I would even be able to open my mouth in front of a room with 500 people. But sitting here doing a voiceover for you does not feel the same. It feels good to me. I enjoy doing it, and I know that she definitely enjoys making videos. I had the opportunity to kind of work with her when I was a guest designer on Scrapping for Less's design team back in December, and I really enjoyed doing that. Everybody was very friendly and kind, and she was one of them. She puts really good videos at least once a month on their channel and also on her own channel. The giveaway part of this is super cool. Scrapping for Less is a small family-owned craft store. Teresa owns the company, and she has a card kit that she puts out every month, which is a really neat card kit. There's little bits and pieces from different companies. You can kind of get a sampling of what is on the market, and she now creates her own stamps, dies, and papers, so you get quite a selection of Scrapping for Less products as well. Her store also stocks other crafty goodness besides her kits. That being said, the prize is $50 to the Scrapping for Less store. $50. Do you know how much cool stuff you can get for 50 bucks on a Scrapping for Less store? Like a ton. You also could use it for a one-time purchase of a kit. You can even throw in a few extras, or maybe you could take off some of the shipping. I know that my kit, when I order it, comes out to about $43 if I subscribe instead of just buying it one time with shipping. Now, I haven't ordered it in a few months. My budget has been a little tight, but I had ordered it for well over a year. I want to say it was closer to a year and a half that I ordered the Scrapping for Less kit, and I did love receiving it. Side note, Teresa, the owner, is wonderful and kind, and definitely can help you with any of your crafting woes. She's very versed in the crafting world. Christine has a permanent, I don't know if it's a permanent spot, but a very significant spot on the design team over there at Scrapping for Less, and each month she definitely shares some of the goodies that Teresa is putting out in her box and things that are available in the store. So I would highly recommend that even after the hop, even after you win your $50, that you stick around and follow both the Scrapping for Less channel as well as Christine's channel. So as far as giveaway is concerned, the giveaway will be in a week. So this is going up on the 16th of May. In a week, there will be a winner announced. I will pick a winner from my channel. Every other channel that is on the hop will also pick a winner. These are going to be semi-finalists We're going to submit these to Teresa over at the Scrapping for Less blog and YouTube channel. She is going to pick a winner. Someone is going home with the fabulous prize of $50 for the Scrapping for Less store. Back to my card. I know we've been at this about 5 minutes now and haven't really talked too much about this. So every time that I got to a position in coloring that I didn't know what was next, because I am not an avid Disney watcher. I don't know much about these characters other than they are in a show called t.o.t.s. So every time I got to a different part of these characters, I would pull up my phone, I'd pull up the picture that I had, and I would check to see what colors that they were. I really tried to match these because this baby is 1, and she's only going to recognize things that look like what she sees. And according to Grandma, she loves this show. So how could I not make her a card that has this show right on the front? And I did keep all of the coloring in, or the majority. Every time I changed colors, I kept that in. Like you see me color the penguin shirt, but not the flamingo shirt because they were exactly the same. So here on the penguin, I colored the white part first, and now I'm going to go in and color the black part. For the white, I did use warm grays, and for the black part, I'm going to use cool grays. I needed to shade him, and he needed to be white, but I didn't want him to look gray. And I feel like if I had done all the cool gray markers, his body, the middle part of his body, would look gray against what I'm trying to make look black. Because they're the same family, I'm not sure if that makes sense. And honestly, I don't even know if that's what would have happened. I didn't try it, and I'm not going to print this out and color it again because I will move on to something else. Now, if you're a card maker or a scrapbooker or just a coloring enthusiast and you have small children, this is a really fun way to be interactive with your kids. Print this out, let them color it with their stuff, print it on your good paper, color it with your stuff, and just enjoy coloring together. My 2 little boys that are here were very, very excited that I was coloring this image. My daughter has no clue. She is 1. She probably didn't even come into my craft room while I was coloring. I'm pretty sure I did this at nap time. But the boys love this show, and they very much recognized it. I had to ask them, who is this? And as soon as they were able to tell me that they knew exactly what these guys' names were, I knew it was very good for my cousin's granddaughter, that she would definitely recognize them. So I moved on to the Flamingos Beak, and the way it was drawn, there is that little line. I mean, I really used my image from Google to color these. I wanted to make sure, like I said, that she could recognize them. And I really enjoyed coloring it. I color stamped images all the time, and I color flowers all the time. This had these nice big spaces. It was really kind of fun to color in. It was very enjoyable. There was a lot of places that I could shade, and I really felt like a Disney artist while I was going at this image. But I could have printed anything. There are all sorts of things online, that images that you can color, that you can go to free sites and print them off. And right now, with everybody having their kids at home, there's lots more available. You don't have to make a card with it. You can just color. But I wanted to show you that you can use this to make a card. You can use this to make a scrapbook page. You can do whatever you want with these coloring page images, especially the free ones. It makes life a lot more fun, I think, when you can print something off for you and your kids and just absolutely enjoy your time coloring. Do you print coloring pages for your kids, and do you usually sit down and color with them? I'm curious to know. Side note though, when I did print this out from my Silhouette software and then cut it out, I was super proud of myself that I figured out how to do that. I'm really just learning the Silhouette. I know that there's got to be much easier ways to do things than what I did, but I'm learning and I am enjoying the process. And I'm really grateful to my friend Marie, who shared with me how to use my silhouette and made me so not afraid. So I trimmed it out just a little bit more so it didn't have all them weird cloud lines in the background, and I did trim out the two little clouds. And then here I'm using the Starries folder, and I ran it through my embossing machine and then slid it over and ran it through again so the whole thing is embossed. And then I have this number 1 candle, die cut that out 4 times, and I'm just going to color the 1. And I used the same tones that I used in the penguin, in the flamingo, and then the orange and the yellow, just colors that I had used. And then I stacked these together. I wanted this to be a prominent piece, kind of a chipboard feel. This card is going to be hand delivered, or at the time that this is live, it will have been hand delivered from my cousin to her granddaughter. So I didn't really have to worry about thickness or double thick foam tape. Usually my cards are only 1 layer thick because I just don't want to add extra bulk. So onto the background, like I said, I had dry embossed that, and then I took this Zig chalk marker. This is old, super old. It is at least 15 years old, and I purchased it at a garage sale because someone was getting rid of it 15 years ago. After I went over them with the chalk marker, I did kind of fill in the clouds a little bit more with a white colored pencil. And then I took this Marvy puffy snow marker. Mine does not work very well. Maybe this is how it's supposed to work. I don't know. This is how mine works. I have to like use the tip and kind of get some out and then move it around. So once I had that done, then I used my heat gun to puff it up, and it had such a cool texture. I just thought it would be super fun in the background of these clouds. A lot of them are going to be covered. This is a really large image, but I wanted to make sure I added lots of texture and fun. This is for a 1-year-old, and it's probably a card that they're going to hang on to. I know I kept all of the birthday cards from when my children turned 1. So here I was deciding how I was going to attach the number 1 candle. I wish I would have decided this before I put all that foam tape on the back, but I just used my X-Acto knife and cut around the penguin's like flipper and then tucked the number 1 underneath so it looks like he's holding it. Just kind of tucked him underneath there. And then I did run my black marker around the edges of his little flipper so that there wasn't a white edge from where I just cut that, and then tucked it under and glued it down. So now he's officially carrying this number 1. And I have not watched this show very much. I've seen it probably 3 times with my kids, but there was one of the episodes that I have seen it twice in those 3 times, and it is about that flamingo trying to give birthday presents and what he called a gift-mazing face. And I wish I would have thought about that when I was finishing up this card. I would have printed something out and put it on the inside, because I clearly don't have a sentiment that says looking forward to your gift-mazing face or anything of the sorts. But I used this Mama Elephant set. It's got some really cute birthday wishes, and I wanted this thin, long banner. So then I took my X-Acto knife again and I went around the flamingo's beak, cut little fishtail banner ends in this tiny strip, and I tucked it underneath the beak so he's kind of holding it. And then I used one little piece of foam tape, it's super tiny too, to kind of give this a little bit of a wave. I wanted it to look like it was blowing in the wind, because they're clearly flying in the sky. I don't know about you, but I can tell that. And I stuck the penguin and the flamingo down, and then added their little sentiment here. I had to trim this off. It was sticking to my mat, and then I couldn't like shift things around, so I had to cut all his wings off first. And then I tucked this down. I did glue the one flat to the background, and then I have that other little bit popped up and then glued the other end down flat. So it looks like it's blowing in the wind there. I added a little white gel pen detail. These two come alive with the little white dots in their eyes. It just makes them look so much happier and so much, they're cartoon anyway, but so much more cartoony. I think they're super cute. And I absolutely enjoyed coloring this. Like I said, my kids thought it was super fun, and my cousin absolutely loved this card for her granddaughter. So if you are running out of ideas, can't find something new, don't want to spend any money, look for some free downloadable coloring pages. You can always resize them. You can always print them on your good paper, and you can always color them. I mean, print them on some colored cardstock and color them in colored pencil or watercolor paper, and you try your watercolors out. It's a really inexpensive way to get some additional images. And if you're just making something for yourself or someone you love, there is no big deal, no reason not to do it. You don't have to worry about trademarks or copyrights or any of that. It's there for free. Those companies want you to use their images. They have them there. Go ahead and use them. So here I just finished up with some sparkle pen and some more glossy accents. And then I took the two little clouds that I had trimmed out. I also did the foam marker on those, and I'm going to put those in the inside. I added another sentiment from that same little Mama Elephant set for the inside. I wish I had done all this before I added the glossy accents because it was perilous. I was scared, but I was able to stamp it just fine. And then I added these two little clouds in the inside. I just thought that they added so much little sweet detail to this card. Anyway, this card is a celebratory card. This card hop is a celebratory hop. Congratulations, Christine. I am so very excited for your 500 milestone. I am super thrilled and can't wait for your next 500. And thank you to Teresa for being so generous. $50 to her shop is unheard of and super kind. And here are some still shots of my coloring page card. I hope it inspires you to look outside the box and find something really cool to color. And I appreciate you stopping by. Check the description box below for the next person in the hop. And as I always say, give cards generously. Bye.